You want to know if Super What Wars Y is to finally jump into, or the one veteran snooze through on muscle memory? Short answer, both can be true. Y is the most newcomer-friendly SRW in years. Dressed to the nines with upgraded terrain, cleaner cutscenes, and ridiculous 2D attack animations that go full concert every time you press fight. It's also so generous on normal that longtime pilots might feel like they left the parking brake on and still won. Context: Y inherits 30's Open Mission Select, folds in a UI diet, and adds a light global upgrade layer called STG Memory. That tree is half vitamin gummy, half B12 shot. Some nodes are plus 50 HP to everyone in a 10k HP world. Others are legit economy shifters like bonus EXP. The real candy remains the core loop. Grid tactics, spirit buffs, and that high-calorie fanservice in combat where every unit gets a lovingly animated homage. Where the sources clash is tone and tempo. On one side, this is a killer on-ramp, worldwide release, switch parity with PS5, more readable UI, and a roster that actually synergizes. On the other, the opening acts can drag. The original ninja protagonists don't hook fast, and if you pull the wrong early Gundam trio, you might feel like you lost the SRW lottery before Witch from Mercury saunters in with the good stuff. That friction matters because Mission Select lets you wander. If you meander into side gigs too early, the story feels like it's idling in neutral. Let's talk difficulty because that defines Y's personality. Normal is comfort food. Enemies whiff often, cash rains down, and within a handful of maps you can fully upgrade a small squad. Great for newcomers, for vets. Crank it to hard out of the gate. Suddenly the dodge fest becomes a knife fight. You're budgeting SP instead of spamming Valor, and that everyone lives forever vibe evaporates. Y doesn't have the mean streak of a portable, but at higher settings it stops letting you autopilot. Now for the roster, the real reason we're all here. Dunbine's back flitting through Iskai Ether, Get a Robo Arc brings the beef. Macross Delta harmonizes missile spam and Raideen dusts off the shrine. Code Geass crashes Char's counterattacks party in ways that actually bend the plot. And somewhere in that glorious chaos, Godzilla and Jet Jaguar stomping like they paid for the season tickets. That's not just novelty, it's synergy. The cross-wiring creates scenes that feel like late-night forum shitposts somebody dared to storyboard. Quick lore theory framed as a theory, not gospel. Y's early political setup, floating city-state playing energy broker to a world in upheaval, reads like a soft echo of Geass Control the Board, not just the battle ethic, which is why it's mashup with CCA lands. You're not just smashing IPs, you're reframing motives so Lelouch's calculus rhymes with Char's ideology. That's why the crossovers pop instead of feeling like a greatest hits medley. Presentation is the cleanest jump since the VXT run. Stages have depth now, bridges, elevation, real parallax, and story scenes ditch the talking heads void for bespoke CGs and more expressive portraits slid towards center frame. The UI simplification is polarizing. If you love the ornate chrome of older entries, the grey boxiness might feel sterile. If you're new, it reads like clarity. Either way, once the animations start, it's all hot-blooded ridiculousness, the kind you rewatch until you memorize the beats, then skip, then unskip because now you've unlocked an extended cut for Allenby and you're human. A few brass tacks tips, straight from the trenches. Always upgrade the OG Super Robot and the Carrier first. They show up in nearly every sortie and carry late-game story weight. Early investment pays constant dividends. In STG Memory, prioritize global economy nodes before the piddly blanket stats. If you're a long time, start on hard, funnel funds into accuracy and mobility before raw damage, and don't sleep on status and morale play. Bosses in Y aren't allergic to getting debuffed. If you're new, ride normal guilt-free, but try a self-rule like no full upgrades before mid-game to keep tension alive. Where Y face plants a bit, repetition. Open structure means you can stack side ops in a row, and even the best SRW music animation Sugar Rush can glaze over if you marathon similar maps. The early story's engine revs low. It does pick up as heavier hitters arrive, but the slow burn will test impatient players. And then there's music DLC. Having the real themes kick in is intoxicating, but those packs can cost as much as a second game night. The base soundtrack carries the mood fine. Consider the DLC a luxury flex, not a requirement. Newcomer verdict. This is the easiest SRW to recommend without a 2-hour onboarding lecture. It's readable, generous, and gives you the holy crap it's that move payoff in Fight 1. Veteran verdict. It's delicious comfort, but you need to self-spice. Hard mode, tighter spending, and some restraint on early upgrades turn Y from a parade float into a legit campaign. Either way, the crossover chemistry is strong enough that even if you roll your eyes at Seed, you'll still end up grinning when Geass hijacks a UC plot beat and a kaiju photobombs a combo. If this kind of no BS deep dive is your thing, hitch a ride with Veteran Game and hit subscribe. If you're nodding or fuming, toss a like, so this take survives the algorithm and we keep doing big, weird autopsies of games that deserve them. Final spark for the comments. Is Y's newcomer friendly tuning the right call for a global debut? Or did Bandai Namco sand the edge off a series that should still bloody your nose on default? And bonus chaos, what's your dream this will never happen crossover for the next SRW?